I'm Rosie Doherty, and as you know, most know I have autism. When I was 4 years old, the doctor, my mother took me to the doctor, and the doctors told my mom I would probably never speak, read, write, do math, or do history. Since I had a great mom, a great speech teacher, and great teachers as Mr. Bowers, I was able to talk when the time I was in 3rd grade. Here's an example. Here's something my mom helped me to learn how to talk. And what you simply do is you peel the thing of what I want to do. So you can pass these around. Here's a quote from Darren Hardy. Darren Hardy is a business consultant and also an inspirational speaker. Small steps done consistently over time leads to success. The definition of autism that Autism Speaks gives is it's a spectrum disorder that can be more severe or more less. It lacks social interaction or social cues. They have trouble with verbal or nonverbal language, and it can be called repetitive behaviors, which is like this, sitting, or rocking back and forth like this. But however, my definition, I do not think of autism as a diagnosis or a disability. I think of it as a thing you are born with and that makes it harder for you to learn. Other facts about autism is 142 boys have it and 189 girls have it. But most of all, 3 million people in the U.S. have autism. The cause is very uncertain. Other facts as well. More severe people who are also called the low functioning, they cannot talk and are treated not as well as the less severe. The less severe, who are called the high functioning, can talk and easily speak up for themselves. But however, I started very low functioning, as I said in my beginning. Once I started to find my voice, I want to advocate for these kids to help them be successful. And these kids that can't talk for themselves, who have autism, I want to talk for them. The points I would like to discuss with you today are schoolwork, attendance, bullying, and sensory issues. Schoolwork. I had trouble in math, reading, and writing were tough because I didn't understand verbal language and directions or fast explanations. The slowest is the best method. It's hard to process instructions, so talking slowly and saying, instead of like blah, 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 it's like you just say, okay, here's the instruction for today. And questions. I don't ask questions to annoy you. I ask questions so I can understand something and have fun in class as well, like I do in Mr. Bowers' class. Breaks. It takes a lot of energy to learn, so I have to take frequent breaks, like go in the hall and just calm down. And it's not always because I'm trying to get out of work. My we all have different learning styles. Like visual, which is pictures and graphs. Kinesthetic, hands-on, the piano example. Auditory, which is listening. I, however, uniquely have all 3 styles. TempleGradin, who is my next person I would like to quote, is a cow lover, and she also is an autism advocate. I can remember the frustration of not being able to talk. I knew what I wanted to say, but I could not get the words out. Acceptance. Accept me for who I am. Believe it or not, we learn better with our peers than the teachers. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. We learn slow. Don't give up on us. Do not treat us like a diagnosis. Another quote from TempleGradin is, I am different, not less. Bullying. I can't conform for myself the way you want me to, so people will bully me. Some teachers are bystanders because they think my behavior is on purpose, not because I don't understand what they're asking. I also have poor girls who I can't explain situations like people like most people, like normal people, are more likely to manipulate me. When I was in 6th grade, some boy asked to get revenge, wanted to put white on glue on the chair. So so I did it for him, and I got in trouble with the teacher, so I got attention, but he didn't. And another situation happened in 9th grade where he was manipulating me, and I cussed and I said the F-bomb to him, and he again didn't get punished, and I got detention. A bullying quote I'd like to share from TempleGradin is, normal people have an incredible lack of empathy. They are good emotionally and empathy, but they don't have much empathy for the autistic kid. Our senses don't work the same as normal people's, which makes it hard. Sometimes we experience sensory overload such as light and noise. Another quote from TempleGradin, in a noisy place, understanding speech because I cannot screen out the background noise. Our body doesn't sense hot and cold. When I was 8 years old, I sat in a hot bathtub, my sister knows, so she took me out of the bathtub. When I was 3 years old, I preferred to stand in the snow barefoot. These behaviors calm our nervous system, such as finger flicking, which I also call stemming, rocking back and forth again, and the squeeze bowl, which I will show you right now, this is also my squeeze bowl that makes me feel good. Growing up with autism has made me hardworking, more understanding, and more accepting, and also has encouraged me to help other kids, advocate for other kids with autism. I challenge you to accept someone with autism. As Simon Sinek would say, only 2 ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it or you can inspire it. I choose to inspire it.
Are there any questions? Questions, please. One of the, Rosie, as you know, we're discovering more and more students have some form of autism. That spectrum is just crazy. It can go from top to bottom, right? Do you find at Master Sawyer, and by the way, I kind of noticed the first couple of days here, there were a couple of people I thought, weren't kind. Are you finding college accepting, or do you still have jerks here?
I find college can be both. I find it accepting because I have good friends in this class. But other classes, I don't have that same experience. Like, there'll be people bullying me because I have autism, and they don't see me as a human. So I find some weird kids, I find some strange people, I find all groups of people, okay? And they sometimes ask weird things, and some of them are weird, some of them can just be
They think they're hilarious because they're going to get you to do something, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, they think they're hilarious.
Idiots.
I personally actually have a lot of friends with like autism and Asperger's, and so like a lot of the stuff you were saying, I'm actually well versed about, and it was interesting to hear it again. But my question is, do you have any like organizations that you're with or anything? Because a lot of the friends that I know that have autism are actually from BAMSI, which is a club that I had joined a few years ago. I'm actually not part of it now, but so do you have anything with that, or do you go to BAMSI?
I'm not in any organizations yet, but I hope to be soon. I'm not in any clubs like that yet, no.
We have Helping Hands, which is...
I'm in Helping Hands, but I'm in Helping Hands here, and I'm the co-secretary.
Anybody else? I gotta hurry up because of time. Anybody else question?
I heard his answers.
Go ahead, anybody. Just throw it at her.
Why do you think that it's more common for boys than girls to be diagnosed with autism?
Well, the answer is quite unknown because we don't know what causes autism, but I think it's because it's more, I think it's more likely because the gene switches on and off. So, because once the gene starts switching on and off, I think that's more common in the boy's DNA than the girl's DNA. But we don't know for certain, so it's a really uncertain why there's more boys than girls.
Rosie, Raymond, I gotta move fast.
Okay, is any could share?
We don't necessarily need to cure it, it just has to be a thing, and then because we know people, I'm not trying to cure myself. I'm trying to be the best Rosie that I can be. I don't need to cure autism. People do need to cure epilepsy because epilepsy is such a really terrible thing. But autism doesn't need to be cured. It's just like a regular person, they just have different kind of behaviors they act towards than a normal person would act towards. And there is no cure for it. But that's actually a good thing because it doesn't need to be cured. We all have our weaknesses and strengths because they look like normal people. They don't look like some other person.
Okay, I gotta stop because I gotta get 3 more speakers in, okay? Thank you, Rosie.